Hey, this is Pastor Dave, and this is your Monday Mojo indoors on this Monday. Not because the weather's poor, but because I got a story to tell. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. So, in the fall, I have a little bit of a tradition just for myself, and that is every fall when it rolls around, I find an important time to get out the cream cheese and the pumpkin puree. And you know what that means, right? Pumpkin cheesecake. And I've tried a lot of different recipes, and I've made it several different ways over the years. And I used to have a cookbook that had a bed and breakfast recipe, and it was the best. And just can't seem to find that one anymore. But I learned something this past week because I was watching that great educator of the uneducated YouTube on how to make a good cheesecake. And it was talking about this pan. You know, this is a springform pan, right? And it was talking about the bottom part of this pan, and you can kind of see it. It's got a ridge right here, so it goes down into it. Now, I've always put that in with the ridge like this, thinking, you know, that helps keep whatever's in there. And then you put it in, you close the springform pan around it. And when I was reading the information, it said, make sure and put it with the top side up, this side up. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. It does it fit in here that way? And it actually does. But this is what they said. They said, here's the reason why. When you get done making your cheesecake, if you've ever made it this way before, which I have many falls, what happens is you go to cut it and there's this ridge here. And so it's hard to cut through that ridge. But if you make it this way, there's no ridge. You can cut right along and have a nice edge to your cheesecake and not have to try and dig down inside there. Now, it seems counterintuitive because it fits in a lot better with the ridge down rather than up. And so I've always done it that way. It got me thinking. It's kind of like one of those things people talk about, life hacks, right? Well, it got me thinking. Sometimes the way we do things in life, and as a pastor, I've been thinking a lot about it in the church. Sometimes the way we do things in the church just seems to be right. We've just done it this way forever, and that seems to be the way to do it. And it seems to fit, and it seems to work. And then someone comes along and says, hey, there's a different way to do that. A way that'll make it easier in the end. A way that'll give you a better product. A way that'll make it easier to understand and easier to work with. I think perhaps sometimes we need to learn that lesson when it comes to our own spirituality. You know, we have figured it out. I figured out how to use it. I just looked at it, figured it out. And then someone came along, that great educator, YouTube, and showed me that there's a different way, maybe even a better way. And so I'm looking forward to my pumpkin cheesecake made with the pan flipped so that I'll be able to cut the pieces a whole lot easier. And I hope that I'll be that open to my own spiritual life as well. Hope you will too. Anyway, that's your Monday Mojo. Have a great week.